Welcome everybody to this channel of Hanrix TV. Today I bring you this video about Namadingo, what is done. You know, it's very impressive in this country. This Namadingo is doing things which many Malawians cannot do, and whatever he's doing, I should tell you that I feel like he's doing too much, but because he loves his work, I think there's nothing else that we can say but just to respect him and to encourage him to do more. You know, as you all are aware, that Namadingo was in Machinga. Is it Machinga or Mangosh? I think it's Machinga, where he was helping. He was actually building the school. He built, I think, a block for pupils. Right? And he did that out of his own money. Now, what has brought me to this video to come to say whatever I'm saying is actually what Namadingo has done. Now, this is extra from what initially he did, by which is building the school, but now he is even being so kind in a certain way. He saw the need of the students, actually the pupils, that they were not having shoes. They were coming to school on barefoot. And Namadingo was so touched looking at how everyone, the entire school, was in the need of school shoes. So Namadingo did his part with the support of an organization to provide school shoes to the children. And in this video, you see exactly the distribution of school shoes to the children. I should say that this is not an achievement, and we should not take this lightly. This is how generosity is all about. You know, these things that Namadingo is doing, to some may be like a small thing, but to a person who has been tired, who has been helped, who has received that help, it's a big thing for him or her. Imagine the entire school being provided with school shoes. It's not cheap, right? And it has happened because of Namadingo's kindness, generosity, his love, to ensure that people who are in need are helped. He cannot help the whole nation, but this is the sign that this nation needs help. There are more people like them, and actually even there are more people. I mean, there are more people like those children, and even in more worse than that situation. But who is helping? Nobody. Who's coming to assistance of these people? Nobody. People are struggling in our villages. They're suffering in the places where we are living. They're in need. They're looking for better life. They're looking for school shoes. But who's giving them school shoes? Who's helping them? Nobody is helping. Now, Namadingo was doing his part to help people. And I should say here that whatever he's doing, it's a great work. It's a big job. It's a job that is supposed to be recommended. You know, whenever you are famous, I think you only associate with famous people. But as famous as Namadingo is, can he associate with very poor people? You know, he left his only Pulem's house to come and live in the village. And the mission was done. He indeed built the school there. He helped to build actually part of the school. It's not like the whole school was built by Namadingo, but he built, I think, 2 blocks, right? And the money he spent for that, I'm told it's in hundreds of millions. I think it's 180 million, 180 million. That's a lot of money. That's how much he spent for the school. So what I'm saying is, we can do likewise. If you know that you have got the capacity, you can help. Please, let's help. Malawi is in dire need of help. It needs a lot of assistance. The people in Malawi who are starving, the people in Malawi who don't know where the next meal will come from, the people in Malawi who have no clue how the problems they have end. But there are people here in this country, they make money easily. They are rich and they continue to make money, but they don't think about the poor people. If you are one of those people who make money, millions, billions of money, please help to build the life, to change the lives of the people, to bring an impact to the people. You know, people are passing through a lot in this country. I'm speaking this not because of just saying, but this is the truth. You know, if Namadingo is doing this thing, it means we can as well do the same thing. Like, it's not about of saying, I have money, then I'll do this. Even if you have nothing. But you know there's something that you can do to impact the lives of the people. Maybe you are a rich family. You've got you're a rich family, you're living in a place whereby there's no lack. But you know the community where you're living, people are in need. Maybe just start an initiative in order to impact the lives of the people. Wherever you are, you think you have good capacity. If you start certain initiative, that thing will help to impact the lives of the people. Start that thing. Start that thing. You know, if we love our nation, then we need to make sure that we are building this nation, not destroying this nation. And we should be impacting lives of the people. The organizations, you know, your big organizations established, and if you will look at the reasons why you are surviving, it's because of Malawians who are participating in your programs, direct or indirectly, and you are making money out of the poor people. Are you giving back to the community? Are you helping the people? NIF, this organization, I don't know how does it help the poor people, because NIF has got more money that it receives from the government, billions of money. But how are you helping the Malawians who are poor so that they can start businesses? Are you able to support poor Malawians? I don't think you are able to help poor Malawians, because you are supposed to be in the communities where the poor people are. Everywhere in the communities, NIF was supposed to be there. Not only just to be in the city center, just to have the office in Namiwa or Nyambari, or office in Blantyre city center and in Lilongwe city center, but you are not available in the communities. How are you helping? How people know about you? We have I don't know even if I call you, you respond to my call. If I ask you for a loan, I don't know if you help me, because you even are giving people conditions which are not good at all. If I want to get a loan from you, you are telling me I should have certain conditions which are not realistic at all. I'm very poor, I don't have anything else, and you want me to give you to comply with conditions which I even cannot meet those conditions. I think the goal is to help Malawians to start businesses. Your goal is not to help foreigners, but Malawians. And Malawians are in need. They want to be helped. Imagine if NIF was effective, if NIF was doing its job properly. Many Malawians today would not have been complaining, would not have been in a situation where they are now. Because in Malawi, I can tell you for sure that many Malawians, in millions and millions of Malawians, have nothing to do. They are poor. They don't know what they can do They're educated, not educated, but they're poor. So NIF, what are you doing for such people? Like, if Namadingo is able to recognize the need and it goes straight up to where the need is and he do whatever he can on his own, in his capacity, to help the poor people. What about the government? You can do better because you have got more resources than Namadingo. NIF, you have got more resources than Namadingo. But are you impacting lives? How many people are getting loans from my community, from where I'm staying? In my family, nobody else has accessed the loan from NIF. And I hear that the conditions are so... And the NIF is working in secret. There is secrecy. Because they don't want people to know about them. Because they're afraid, like, if people don't know more about them, many people go and ask for loans. So how are you spending the money that you receive from the government? And who is benefiting? I think very few people. But you need to go where the need is. The need is in their communities, not people who are able to come to our offices. Those people have got money, they'll come to our offices, ask for extra money to help their struggling businesses. What about people who have even no business, but they're Malawians? They need you to support them so that they can have something to do. There are more Malawians who are looking for something to do. Men educated and educated, but as long as they are Malawians, they need your support. Right? We can help to build this nation if we love the people, not love the money. You're loving money too much. When the money comes to you, now the money is already finished before it gets the people who are supposed to get it. Before it reaches to the right people, it's already finished. People take the money, put it in their pockets, and misuse the resources. We cannot be doing these things in this country. We need to make sure that we are building this nation for our people so that they should live here and be able to do things without problem. We can support Malawians. I'm talking about this because there's something that Malawi is lacking, and this is very crucial. There are only a few people who are getting rich in this country. The rest are getting poor. And how can we develop like that? We need to make sure that everybody else is enjoying living this nation. I'm talking about this because I've been hearing about this for a long period of time. So something like there was a need for the Minister of Labor to come up with a website where they will be putting all jobs available in the nation, and Malawians should be applying those jobs, and they'll be hired. Minister of Labor was supposed to be creating an environment which is employable for those people who are not employed in this country. But this is not happening. They just talk like this. Minister of Labor is not creating jobs. Nobody is creating jobs for young people. And even businesses, people are not giving access to loans. Even if I go to the banks to look for loan facilities, they will never give me, because there are conditions which I cannot comply. Very difficult conditions, because banks would like to give loan to someone who is already rich. That's why rich people are only the ones who get loans from the banks. Poor people, of course, there are some poor people who will be able to get the loans from the banks, but it depends. Because some people, they are looking for loan, but they are afraid. Because it's like when you are giving them the loan, it's like you are telling them, I want you to make you more poor. Because they already know that you are not going to manage the loan properly. And you will end up getting in trouble with the banks. And they will take away everything from you, making you more poor than before because of such conditions which are very bad. So, banks, create welfare for Malawians. Don't create welfare for Indians only, for Europeans only, for Chinese only, who are able to get loan from you. Don't create welfare for only the people who are already rich. What about people who are poor? You have got the responsibility to make sure that this gap between the rich and the poor, this gap should be completely closed. We should be one. We should be equal. We can do that by making sure that we are sharing the welfare that we have in this country. It's enough that we can share this welfare and everybody else will be happy in this nation. But you are not helping Malawians to make sure that we share this welfare. Government, you can do that. Right? We don't just have to be talking about these things, but we need to make sure that we are doing something enough to help Malawians who are poor, to make this nation to become a good nation for each and every person. We cannot live like the way we are living right now, whereby there's like a competition amongst the people, like who is better, who is smarter, who is richer. But we don't have to be living like that. We need to be equal to do things like one. That's how we can develop. That's how we can end the poverty. I'm so worried, more especially about need. You should not only be in city center, in towns only. You must be everywhere. Because we want to see you. So that we can come to you as you are near to us. In our villages, we have got villages. Actually, if development is to be live in this nation, it must start from the villages. The villages, we have got villages in this nation. Development must start from there. Banks must be in the villages, starting from there, and you can expand everywhere. NIF should start from the villages, which we have, putting up offices there, so that people should have access to you easily. Because nobody can travel to Blantyre when he is poor, has no transport to go to the office of the NIF. We need to start developing this nation from the grassroots, from the places where poor people are living, village level. Start developing like that, and we can do that. Building roads, let's build construction, start construction of roads and other infrastructure from the villages, and we can expand it to the city centers, to our towns, to everywhere. That's how we can develop, because when we start development from the city center, it will never reach the poor people, because you don't care about the poor people. Thank you for watching this video. I just wanted to come and talk like this today. I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel, like my video, and do not forget to click the notification button. You've been with me, Hanek, on Hanex TV. Until next time, bye-bye.